What's up, guys? So right now we remain to be in digital film lighting 1. This is May 2020, I believe. I think. It doesn't sound right, but I think it's right. So we are now in week 2, 3-point lighting. And so 3-point lighting has always kind of been interesting to me because I see YouTubers with all their light stands and such, and I'm like, that's interesting. I think. I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing here. Whatever's probably fine. The project this week is 3-point lighting, and all of this week is 3-point lighting. And I had heard about 3-point lighting before, but before I had ever actually learned anything about it in school. I had heard the term, and I was like, oh, hey, that's kind of interesting, but it was one of the things that I never really researched on my own before I learned it in a course. So I have now taken over the garage. The basement is no longer for my film lights. I have now taken over the garage until winter when it's below freezing. So I set up my lights, and I had a lot of trouble with my boom equipment. So it was the boom head. It's not a boom head. I don't know what it's called. Where's the box? There's a box somewhere around here. So the boom head. So I had a lot of trouble with that, and I had watched a whole bunch of tutorials on lynda.com, and I had Googled a bunch of it, and turns out in my tech kit I got no instructions for that specific grip head. So the grip head, I was having a lot of problems with my grip head and the retractable arm for the reflector, for the light reflector, and I was having a lot of trouble with that, and I googled everything. I googled it, of course, and found the videos for it, and all the videos that I had watched, it kind of went step by step on how to do it, but for some reason my grip head wasn't rotating like it should have been, and I was really confused about it. And since the discussion board is due today, I was like, crap, I've been spending so much time with the reading and the viewing materials this week, and I didn't get around to actually doing anything hands-on with my lighting equipment until today, the date of the discussion board is due. Look at that, how interesting. So I messaged my instructor, and he was cool enough to get back to me right away, and about 2-3 hours after I messaged him, he got back to me, and we got on a Zoom. He showed me so on the Zoom he showed me how to set up my grip head onto a light stand and eventually attach my light reflector to the grip head. And like I said, I had watched all these tutorials and stuff, and every single tutorial had showed me what to do, but I thought that none of the tutorials were the right tutorials for my specific equipment. So, and completely confused, I had no idea what was going on and why my grip head wasn't rotating like all the other ones I had seen in all these videos did. So he was cool enough to get back to me in just a couple hours, so we hopped on a Zoom. He showed me how to put everything together, and it turns out my grip head, I literally just barely opened my grip head. Like, I had the box, I opened the box, and I looked at the grip head before, just to make sure, like when you open your tech kit, you go through it and you make sure you have everything you need, and if you don't, you contact the school and blah 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 blah, whatever, and all the gist of that. So I had looked at my grip head, but only for like a split second. Like, I made sure it was in there, and that was about it. And so I had never actually looked at it or looked at how it worked because I didn't really want to overload myself before. So turns out my grip head was jammed, and I couldn't separate the two teeth and rotate it. And I was like, and I didn't know that it was jammed in there, and it's not like I was gonna go grab a screwdriver and get it off there myself because I was afraid that I'd break it. So of course I wasn't gonna do that. So thank God it was an easy fix. So I got my light set up. Like I said, I migrated to the garage. No more basement, it's now the garage. So I set up my lights, and everything went according to plan. Now I messaged my best friend Haley. I was like, hey, what are you doing? Just not asking to help me with my homework yet, just being like, hey, what's up? She's like, oh, nothing. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm doing my homework. And I was like, oh, God. So hoping that she needed help so she could come over and she could be my subject for my project and my discussion board, I asked her if she needed help with her homework, and she said no. And I'm like, I saw that text, and I'm like, oh God, no. So everybody's busy. Everybody I know is busy. So now my last resort is using my mom, which kind of sucks because she's kind of a downer about these things. She's too practical. I'm very impractical, if you haven't noticed in recent videos. But yeah, so I kind of had to fix that problem, and I will follow up with that. I will follow up on that in videos to come. But so the moral of this video is don't freak out and message your instructor and tell them your problems as fast as possible, because normally I'm too shy and I don't want to bother people about these things. But thankfully I was smart enough to message him as soon as possible and get the problem worked out. So for today, what is the date today? What is it? Oh yeah, today's like, it's already Wednesday. Oh my God. Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. Yeah. We're in lighting, digital film lighting 1, and it's actually quite difficult. I thought it was going to be pretty simple, you know, but week one being electricity, man, that was confusing. It was kind of hellacious, and it was terrible. May have failed that one. I don't know. Actually, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you if I failed that one. You know, if you've seen my recent videos, you know I probably failed that one, but not on purpose. Not on purpose. It's never on purpose. I mean, I might be a little unmotivated at times, but it's not on purpose. I'm not going to fail it on purpose. Like, I'm paying tuition and risking the lifetime of student loans to do it on purpose. Like, that's just dumb. So, people, open your check kit and play with it and Google it and make sure all your stuff is how it needs to be. And if it's not, it doesn't matter if it's time to use it or not, okay. Open your check kit, play with all your stuff, make sure it works like it's supposed to. And if it's not, or even if you think that it's not working like it's supposed to, message your instructor or get a hold of somebody who has knowledge on these types of things, because trust me, if you put it off to the last minute, you're gonna end up at Wednesday, the day the discussion board is due, and you haven't done any of it yet because you didn't know how to set everything up. So guys, that's the moral for today. Open your stuff, play with it, make sure it all works and it's all there. So, y'all, I will see y'all next time. Get your homework done. Don't slack off. If you're unmotivated, go outside and do something. And if you're unmotivated, actually think of a world where it's like, I don't even know. I don't even actually know right now. I was just so relieved that I got all this stuff figured out. So now I can actually do my homework, my work, and my projects, and all this stuff. So, y'all, I'll see y'all next time. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, squirrel. I will see y'all next time. Get your crap done. Don't slack off. Just remember the student loans, man, and the lifetime of student loans. That should be motivation enough to get your stuff done, so your parents don't have to hold it against you for dropping out or flunking out for the rest of your life and having to pay off student loans for the rest of your life, because it's not worth it. So there you go. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.